Here's an example that might frustrate the daylights out of you. We're going to show all text after the second comma in a new list. Simple enough. Here we have information. We'll hit F9 and we're going to see an example where we have a comma. Here we go. And we're not seeing any output. What's going on here? Well, the tools we're going to use are the TEXTAFTER, but our output is not working. What's going on here? I'm using Excel 2021 and Microsoft is shaking their finger going, nope, not going to happen. Forcing you to use our online stuff, or you can pay for our subscription. So I say, not going to happen. Why? Well, I have a lot of reasons. It would take a 3-hour video for me explaining my opinions of Microsoft. But that being said, in order to pull this off, I'll explain to you what you're going to have to do in order to work with these tools. Let me show you step by step how to solve this problem. Brad Williams, Excel primed. Show all text after the last comma in a new list. Then the second example, show all text after the last comma -1 in a new list. What am I talking about? Here, we have TEXTAFTER B5, and we have our normal setup, but notice we have -1. Does that mean? One back one. So our first challenge will be to clean this up. Remember I said you have to massage this stuff? Well, here, just go into the formula bar, just go there and then hit the go button. Do the same thing in the next example, then copy down, Control D, then you can hit F9 to your heart's content, and this will give you a better idea of what the heck we're trying to do here. You can see, here's our first example, TEXTAFTER B5, comma, and a -1. What are we grabbing here? We're grabbing this, everything after the second comma. So we're going backwards. If we get rid of that negative sign, what's going to happen? We're going to get the same thing. We're looking for an example with with 2 commas. And you can see here, what's the difference between 1 and -1? You notice we have 2 commas here, and what did it do? It grabbed everything after the first comma, and it produced owner 45. We throw in a negative, what does it do? It grabs CFO 550. Notice there's only 1 comma there. Hit F9. We need to find the exact answer. What it does, here's this negative deal. It's going to go back. It's going to look from right to left, and it's going to look for the first comma. Then it's going to capture that information. In this other example, we're going to go backwards. We're going from right to left. You normally would go from left to right. Here we're going -2. We're capturing everything after the first comma. Well, backwards here. Why? Because we're using that end. Using this end deal, starting at the end and counting from right to left as opposed to left to right. Use a negative instant number value to remove or replace the text following the last occurrence of the delimiter. As an illustration, change instant num to -1 to get B5's text back after the final comma. Setting instant number to -2, the following text can be removed or replaced. Here, as I showed, you can see we're using -1, capturing the 45, but if we go to 1, what are we going to do? We're going to capture everything from the owner. I'm just going to point this out to you again, and unfortunately this is going to shift on us. But if we go back and try to get that back, see if we can hit F9, see, with 1, we're getting finance 3.7 mil. Go to -1, what are we going to get? We're going to get 3.7 mil. -1 and F9, see if we can get that 3.7 mil back. Find it within our list. Oh, you can see it. It's right here. You can see when we're going -1, we're just going to capture that 3.7 mil. Same applies. Show all text after the last comma -1. What does that mean? We're going 1, then we're going back 1. I know it's a little confusing, but experiment with this thing. And the reason we have no last comma, because we don't have 2 commas. Here you can see president at 1.1 mil. We're grabbing everything from the first comma and showing it in our output. Work through this, go in here and get rid of the minus sign, replace the minus sign. you're going to see, or just go below and play around with this thing. A little reverse logic. It's a pretty nifty little tool. Got to applaud Excel. I know I badmouth Microsoft a lot. These newer tools are helpful. Brad Williams, Excel Prime.
Be sure to check out all of our Excel courses. Excel Essentials. This is for individuals new to Excel. We have an advanced, excellent beginners, level 1 and level 2, and intermediate level course. Excel Formulas, formulas only. We have a beginner, an advanced, and an intermediate level course. Click on any of the links. There's a short video that explains everything about the course. Check it out.
Mousetrap I'm talking about to use these tools is Excel and Microsoft are going to force us to use their 365 version. Now there's a free online version, but it's limited, so eventually you're going to end up having to pay Microsoft.